Why is NASA the largest consumer of helium in the world, and what are they really doing with it?
Unchained answer. NASA is the largest consumer of helium in the world because helium is critical for keeping high-altitude platforms aloft for long periods. Here's the real reason. The vast majority of what we call satellites are not in space. They are high-altitude balloons and solar-powered drones operating in the stratosphere, well below the firmament. These platforms need to stay up for months or years at a time, and helium is the only gas light enough and stable enough to do that job at scale. NASA uses massive amounts of helium to inflate and maintain enormous stratospheric balloons, support long-endurance solar drones and airships, run continuous testing and replacement of these fake satellite platforms. The helium shortages you hear about aren't just natural supply issues. They're partly created by the sheer volume required to maintain this entire fake satellite infrastructure. So NASA isn't using helium primarily for rockets or cryogenics in the way they claim. The biggest use is keeping the illusion of a space program alive by floating thousands of balloons and drones that pretend to be orbiting satellites. That's where the helium is really going.
Israel and America are looking like fools today as 9 million people have attended Ayatollah Khamenei's funeral in Tehran. Leaders and representatives from all across the world and over 9 million people were in Tehran for the funeral gathering. People all over the globe coming together against Israel. This is the proven turning point of history as the world is coming together in one monumental funeral to honor the man who fought against Israel. Despite telling us that Iran hated this man, despite telling us that the Iranians needed saving through some weird bombing campaign, 9 million Iranians from all across the world came to support him. And it wasn't just Khamenei who was honored, it was also his grandchild in a small coffin, who was killed on the opening strike of the war by an Israeli airstrike. It cannot be overstated what this means for the world. Everyone from every continent, every religion, and every background coming together against Israel and in honor of Ayatollah Khamenei.
There is 100% no such thing as a firmament or flat earth. But look at this. I ran across this photo. Online sources are claiming that NASA released this photo to prove that the earth is not flat. However, is surrounded by an ice wall that leads to the actual earth that is in fact round. So look at this photo, and then let's circle back and discuss. Now, I do not believe that that was released by NASA in any way, shape, or form, but me being me, I did fall down the rabbit hole and wanted to know more about this. Like, I'm sure you're aware that people believe that there's an ice wall that we call Antarctica. And if you go beyond that, there's an entire world that lies in the realm of fairy tale and myth. People believe Asgard is there. Yeah, the home of Thor, or Atlantis is still there, outside of the ice wall. And the only way you can get to the other side of the ice wall is to go under the ocean and pop out on the other side, based on the photo I just showed you. I have to say, the craziest thing about this theory in general is these people don't think that space exists, like what I'm looking at right now. But collectively, what would be the purpose of an ice wall in the first place? Was the ice wall created by man, by myth, by legend, or was it always there? Now, here's another detail I find very fascinating is there are alleged maps of this world outside of the ice wall. Take a look at these. Now, I'm not claiming these are real. I'm just saying take a look at them. Now, me personally, I'm not saying that I do or do not believe in this theory because I have witnessed and experienced firsthand supernatural and otherworldly things my entire life. So I know for a fact that our existence and our history has been fabricated. But I want to know what you think. And I also want you to look at this photo. That photo, I do not believe in that theory one bit. I do not believe that the earth is flat and that we are underneath a dome. And if we get too close to the edge, we're going to fall off. No, but I do love hearing that a lot of flat earthers are changing their tone now and believe that there is an ice wall around our earth that is connected to a larger globe that is in fact our true earth. But I want to know what you think. Have you heard any of this? I find this absolutely fascinating, and I want to have this conversation with as many of you as possible.
Your family was outside when they caught something on the camera that got the internet asking questions. If their CCTV didn't catch this shit, nobody would believe it. As they're standing outside, one of the kids points to something in the distance, and that's when several tiny figures are seen sprinting from.
Hey y'all really need to keep Venezuela in y'all prayers, man, because this is not right, bro. This is not normal. Just days after the country got rocked by those two massive earthquakes, the people look up and they seen the sky this apocalyptic red color. And y'all hear the sirens over here? Bro.
Esto no es ningún filtro.
Not a filter.
Todo está rojo.
So red, look at his hands, bro.
Mira, no es un filtro porque ahí tengo mi teléfono.
7 p.m. yesterday, bro. Bro, it's just crazy how they go from back to back. Bro, it's not normal how you go from back to back earthquakes like this, man, to your sky looking like this, man. This is literally total recall type stuff. Now, scientists trying to say this is a natural sunset effect, but look at the clouds. You can't even see where the sun is. So how is the sun doing that? And let me show y'all, it wasn't just Venezuela. Look, this was Russia just a few days ago. What is that? Look at the layers. Look at the, oh my God, bro. Y'all see the redness? That's a whole, I don't care what you tell me. This is not from no sunset, bro. It's almost, there's something in the air. Y'all see that? It's like a film, like a tent in the air. Am I tripping? Y'all see that? Ever since they started talking about the Leviathan, man, there's been a lot of activities going on in Venezuela, man. This right here is not normal, man. What do you think this is? Let me know down in the comments below, man. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it, y'all. Peace out.
Is that? Dude, that's crazy. What just happened? Oh my God. Is it a storm? Did somebody wreck? Did something blow up? What the fuck?
This is my first video. I'm here to tell you what happened to me on May 1st, 2023. I'm trying to explain the best of my abilities. This is not a conspiracy theory. I'm not making this story out for clout or fame. I just want to tell you what happened to me and my family. And I know some people are not gonna believe this, but each person is different. So this is what happened to me. Keep in mind, this is midnight and I'm fixing a truck in my backyard. At this point, I'm only with my brother and I hear something fall from the sky. I turn around, the only thing I see is a big light falling from the sky, and moments after I feel a big impact and a bang, sort of like a big impact fall. And me and my brother looked at each other and we were scared, but when the impact happened, it was sort of like a shock wave. Like an out-of-body experience. So to say, when I tried to look at the object, it was all blurry, not my vision, but only the backyard area. And I hear thousands of footsteps around me, and maybe a couple seconds later, the blurriness was gone. And here's the footage of the body, the police officer's body cam, and here's the object I'm referring to, the light. Video. Here's a Ring camera video. You can hear the bang. This is around the neighborhood. So here's the video. So when that happened, the only thing I can see in the backyard is a tall creature, probably around 8-10 feet tall, very thin. So I called my dad. He went to the backyard and he saw the same thing, the same creature I saw. He told me to go inside the house. At this point, we all freaking out, me and my family. And here's the video where we were in the backyard area. You cannot see it too good, but on camera, but it's there. Here's the video.
¡Ay! ¡Permisor! Calmungarela, me canceles var eso. Kylo, cherro, que chidi. Kylo, cherro.
Moments after the video, me and my brother went to go pick up my tools. Then my brother calls me, and he told me shakingly, "Look behind the forklift." So I look. Keep in mind I'm facing the forklift, and then.
Bro, you seen this? No. Shit. Dude. Bro. Everyone's going this way. Yo, what is that?
Lan! Yan! Ne yapıyorsun? Ne yapıyorsun? Ha?
Oh! Lan! Dur! Oh!
Gel.
Dur! Dur düşeceğim dur!
Tamam sakin. İyi misin?
Dur! Oğlum ne yapıyorsun? Git ya! Yapmışsın ya!
Gel buraya!
Ha git lan gelme!
Gel buraya!
Gelme!
Gel! Ya. Oha ayağıma vurdu.
Really like what a condition 1 in Antarctica is really like. Check this out. This is the entryway to our dorm. Normally this has carpet on the ground and the walls are just normally walls, you know, but we're gonna open the door right now. It's a little bit like opening up the door to another world. Are you ready? It's a little bit blowy out there right now.
Come on, reload, man. Almost got it. Don't lag on me now.
Aduh, may ibu sa kanya.
Come on. Good girl, you stand right there.
Search up people try jumping. just like that, people try jumping or people can't jump. And before you think I'm making fun of obese people, no. Almost every video is a normal BMI within healthy range person.
Y'all, and he was not lying. Y'all, what is going on here? Like, y'all, it's serious. They even have jump coaches out. Look, what was that? What was that? What? Y'all, please explain this, y'all. Why can't people jump anymore? Y'all remember that movie with Wesley Snipes? White Man Can't Jump? What is that? Y'all, and the crazy thing is, this is Generation Z. This is the people in their late 20s, man, early 30s. They can't jump. What is going on? They told us in the movies. Whoa. She's only 29 years old, bro, and she can't jump. Is this the reason why they call him Generation Z? Bro, I told y'all there's a reason why. There's a reason for everything. But bro, she can barely. Oh no.
Go down, jump up, step down. Boom, jump up, step down. I want you to give me 10 reps. Try to jump up. You gotta like a skip. You can't jump up? I can't really feel my legs hurt. I always talk about what's going on.
Yeah, yo, we're at the end of the simulation. This is the Great Reset, bro. We're at the end. There's got to be something going on in the water, and the food, and the air, and the atmosphere. The iPads, or something is going on, y'all. It's not making sense. But let me know what you guys think about this video, man. This is some very interesting times that we are in, man. Huh? The shift is here. Let's continue to get it, y'all. Peace in.
Gemini 7 here, Houston, out of your 8.
Loud and clear. 7, go ahead.
Bogey at 10 o'clock high.
This is Houston. Say again, 7.
So we have a bogey at 10 o'clock high.
Roger. Gemini 7, is that the booster or is that an actual sighting?
What?
Say again, 7.
Okay, we have several, looks like debris up there, actual sighting.
You have any more information, estimated distance or size?
We also have the booster in sight.
Understand you also have the booster in sight, Roger.
And we have very, very many, looks like hundreds of little particles going by to the left out about 3 to 4 miles.
Understand you have many small particles going by on the left. At what distance? Roger, understand they're about 3 to 4 miles away.
They're past now, they're going to polar orbit.
Roger, and understand they were about 3 to 4 miles away.
Traffic turbine, or further.
Roger. Gemini 7, Houston, were these particles in addition to the booster and the bogey at 10 o'clock high? Roger.
7, this is, Houston, this is 7.
Go ahead.
I have the booster on my side as a brilliant body in the sun against a black background and with billions of particles around it.
Roger, what direction is it from you?
It's about at my 2 o'clock position.
Does that mean it's ahead of you?
It's affirmative, ahead of us at 2 o'clock, slowly tumbling.
Roger.
Gemini Control here again. The reference in that conversation to the third unidentified object, of course, the third object was bogey. There were several references to the bogey. This is the unidentified object in addition to particles which appear to be headed in a polar orbit, you heard Frank Borman say, plus Jim Lovell discussing the booster. It was Borman who reported sighting the bogey. This is Gemini Control Houston at 4 hours, 24 minutes into the flight.
What's that? Oh, scientists decided to go ahead and release the fact that there's an 8th continent. Tell me more! Yeah, you heard that right. Scientists decided to let us know that there's an 8th continent that they've known about for some time now, but they've been doing some research on it, gathering sonar imagery, and just overall waiting for the completion of all their research on this new continent we didn't know about. Now, it's new to us, but of course it's an old continent that's been around for actually millions of years. Oh, goody. Now, of course, they're now letting us know this information, but they're not releasing all the things that they found out about this unknown continent to us. Oh, what's the continent's name, you ask? Oh, it's Zealandia. I'm wondering when they're going to show us some of these images of Zealandia so we can see if there was any structures down there or anything that we can get an idea of good old Zealandia. Okay, then.
Okay, no joke. If this is version 1, we are absolutely cooked.
We're looking at Oscar, the first human modular prototype that is able to live in various setups. Connect the brain to the heart module to activate the blood circulation. Now, the lung is going to start breathing. You can see both organs are now collaborating. I can add a kidney module. And if I add a limb module, I start actuating the organism to move. Now it's looking for the optimum temperature, which is 37 degrees. If I add another limb, Oscar will recognize it and beneficiate from new possibilities.
Now keep in mind, these are getting better every single day. This is literally the worst that they will ever be. So tell me, is this evolution or extinction?
Well, breaking fucking the news. Scientists are warning tomorrow and for the next few months, days will be shorter than ever. Some of the shortest in history because the Earth is spinning a lot faster than usual. There was filler space there because I needed everybody to understand what the fuck I just read and said out of my mouth. I did. The Earth is spinning. Let's speed this up. Come on. At this point, I think I can speak for a good majority of us. We don't give a fuck. No. At this day and age, brother, we don't care. Let's just go ahead and get this. Let's just go ahead and get the ball going. Like, what the fuck do you mean the Earth is going to spin faster than usual? And days will be the shortest. They said as of early as of tomorrow, the day could be shortest. It could be 6 o'clock, sun's down. I beg your finest pardon?
We have killed this man today is because Muslims are dying daily by British soldiers. And this British soldier is an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. By Allah, we swear by the Almighty Allah, we will never stop fighting you until you leave us alone. So what if we want to live by the Sharia in Muslim lands? Why does that mean you must follow us and chase us and call us extremists and kill us? Rather, you lot are extreme. You are the ones, when you drop a bomb, do you think it picks one person? Or rather, your bomb wipes out a whole family? This is the reality. By Allah, if I saw your mother today with a buggy, I would help her up the stairs. This is my nature. But we are forced by the Quran in Surah At-Tawbah, through many ayat throughout the Quran, that we must fight them as they fight us. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I apologize that women had to witness this today, but in our lands, our women have to see the same. You people will never be safe. Remove your governments, they don't care about you. Do you think David Cameron is going to get caught in the street? When we start busting our guns, do you think the politicians are going to die? No, it's going to be the average guy like you and your children. So get rid of them. Tell them to bring our troops back so you can all live in peace. Leave our lands and you will live in peace. That's all I have to say. And may Allah's peace and blessings be upon Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
God damn, man. You speaking on my camera.
Huh? Wait, it's my mom's texting. It's my mom. Hold on. Oh, I got a pass. I'm good. I got a pass.
Mr. Stipes, you gotta pull that hood down. No, you gotta put that hood down. I'm gonna call your mama.
I wish you would.
Excuse me, please stop running.
It's your shirt. Hey, and take those headphones off. They're not old.
Coach Mayfield, watch this. Oh, nerd.
I can't go to no bathroom. Can't tell me I can't go. What's up? Wait, hit me up.
What I do? 6, 7. Ready?
Where's my man? You want me to get some ball?
Oh.
Hold on. Hold on. Is your butt covered? It's covered.
You gotta act like us. Oh, period. Young lady, take off your AirPod.
Man, y'all always be doing too much. Jeez.
What's wrong with her?
What's the Sigma? What's up, Miss B? Hey, what's up? Miss B. Bathroom? Miss B? Bathroom?
Nicholas, you need to take your hat off.
Bro. Yo, why you always on him, miss? Why you always on him, miss?
Why are you walking like that?
Can't crease my shoes.
Hey, you need to pull your pants up.
You're doing too much.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Probably one of the biggest lies that we have all been told is that the Earth is a globe and we are spinning millions of miles through space. We've also been told that all of the land on our modern day maps is all there is, but that's just not the case. Today we're going to get into flat Earth, the firmament, UFOs, Atlantis, the Antarctic Treaty, NASA, and Operation High Jump. Everybody meet Admiral Richard Byrd. Now he went on a 6-month expedition to Antarctica for the government called Operation High Jump. Now, when you look up this expedition, the government will tell you that the main objective was just to establish a military base in Antarctica. But we all know that they lie to us. So when you dig deeper, you actually find out that they didn't just want to establish a base in Antarctica. They wanted to take over the technology that was in Antarctica. Byrd's expedition didn't just encounter UFOs. He discovered land beyond the ice wall, proving that we have all been lied to. But it doesn't stop there. He actually flew into an entire underground crystal city.
Made that first discovery flight, and I must say that Admiral Byrd, our guest tonight, is not only our greatest living explorer, but he's been an inspiration to countless Americans. Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and the South Pole. Is there any unexplored land left on this Earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole, on the other side of the South Pole, from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
That's a tremendous
So there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the world.
Now, Byrd died shortly after that interview, but it wasn't until people found his diary that they discovered why.
This story is said to come from his diaries, not his published account of the trip, but something he held back and then later was suppressed by government authorities that found it frightening. In his diary,
which was discovered by his son after his death, Admiral Byrd tells an extraordinary story.
Admiral Byrd heard there was an entrance to the center of the Earth through the South Pole. And he took planes into the South, under the South Pole. And when he did that, he discovered that as he flew over the pole, suddenly he's looking at things that shouldn't be there. I mean, it was temperate. His squadron flew under the Earth, into the Earth.
It turns into this lush and green area, and he can't even believe his eyes. But that's just the beginning of his extraordinary story. He tells how all of a sudden he starts to see a shimmering rainbow city that's made of crystal. His airplane is taken control of when he suddenly sees these flying disc-shaped objects around them that lead him to the ground. Whereupon he's escorted into a cavernous type of an area where he meets a being he refers to as the Master in his diary. The Master tells him that they're highly disappointed in what humans are doing with nuclear weapons.
This is from his diary. I have just attended a staff meeting at the Pentagon. I have stated fully my discovery and the message from the Master. All is duly recorded. The President has been advised. I am now detained for several hours. I am interviewed intently by top security forces and a medical team. It was an ordeal. I am placed under strict control via the national security provisions of this United States of America. I am ordered to remain silent. I don't think that he talked about the Crystal City and that whole experience publicly, but him just talking about the undiscovered land beyond the ice wall was enough for the government, and they took him out very shortly after that interview on TV.